You may think adjustable rate mortgages or ARMs are a good deal, but they're not. They are a scam that can cost you your home. That's what Dave Ramsey, one of the most respected financial experts in the world, says. And he's right. In this video, we will tell you why ARMs are bad and what you should do instead if you want to buy or refinance a home in 2023. You see, an adjustable rate mortgage is a type of loan that has a variable interest rate. That means that the rate can change over time depending on the market conditions and the index that the loan is tied to. Sounds good, right? You might think that you can get a lower rate than a fixed-rate mortgage and save money on your monthly payments. But here's the catch. The rate can also go up. And when it does, it can go up a lot. When that happens, your monthly payments can skyrocket, making it harder to afford your home and putting you at risk of foreclosure. That's why Dave Ramsey calls ARMs a ticket to foreclosure and dumber than a rock on the surface. He says that ARMs are a trap that lures you in with a low initial rate but then hits you with higher rates later. He says that ARMs are a bait-and-switch mechanism that benefits the lenders, not the borrowers. And he's not alone in his opinion. Many experts agree that ARMs are risky and unpredictable, especially with rising interest rates and inflation. In fact, according to a survey by Bankrate, 40% of Americans say they would get an ARM if they were buying a home today. That's a scary statistic, considering that ARMs were one of the main causes of the 2008 housing crisis and the subsequent recession. So how do ARMs work exactly? And why are they so bad? Well, let me explain. An ARM, or adjustable rate mortgage, typically has two phases: initial and adjustment periods. During the initial period, the fixed rate is usually lower than a fixed-rate mortgage, and this period can last anywhere from 1 month to 10 years, depending on your ARM type. The adjustment period is when the rate becomes variable and can change periodically, usually every year or every 6 months. This rate is determined by adding a margin to an index, such as the LIBOR or the prime rate. The margin is a fixed percentage that stays the same throughout the life of the loan, while the index is a variable rate that reflects the market conditions and can fluctuate up or down. Choosing an ARM over a fixed-rate mortgage has several advantages and disadvantages. On the one hand, an ARM often has lower interest rates than a fixed-rate mortgage, especially during the initial period. This means that you can save on interest payments and have lower monthly payments. An ARM can also allow you to pay more monthly principal, as you have more cash flow due to the lower interest rate. This can help you build equity faster and pay off your loan sooner. In addition, an ARM can benefit you if the interest rates go down later, as your rate will adjust accordingly and you will pay less interest. This can happen if the market conditions improve or there is a recession. On the other hand, an ARM can expose you to the risk of rising interest rates, as your rate will adjust periodically, and you will pay more interest. This can happen if the market conditions worsen or if there's inflation. An ARM can also make your monthly payments unpredictable and variable, as they depend on the changes in interest rate. This can make it harder to budget and plan. Furthermore, an ARM can cause a negative amortization when your loan balance increases instead of decreases over time. This can happen if your interest rate is higher than your monthly payment cap, which limits how much your payment can increase or decrease each adjustment period. Therefore, consider your financial situation, risk tolerance, and plans before choosing an ARM. You should also compare different ARMs, such as hybrid ARMs, interest-only ARMs, and payment option ARMs, and understand their features and terms. Doing so lets you make an informed decision that aligns with your needs and goals. For example, you can get a 5-to-1 ARM with a 3% margin and a LIBOR index. That means your rate will be fixed for the first 5 years and adjusted yearly. Your rate will be calculated by adding 3% to the LIBOR rate. So if the LIBOR rate is 2% when you get your loan, your initial rate will be 5%. That is 3% plus 2%. But if the LIBOR rate goes up to 4% after 5 years, your new rate will be 7%. That is 3% plus 4%. And if it goes up to 6% after another year, your new rate will be 9%. That is 3% plus 6%, and so on. As you can see, your rate can increase significantly over time, depending on how high the index goes, and there's no limit to how high it can go. Some ARMs have caps that limit how much your rate can change in one adjustment over the life of the loan, but they may not be enough to protect you from drastic changes. And what does that mean for your monthly payments? Well, let's look at an example. You borrowed $200,000 with a 5-to-1 ARM at 5% interest for 30 years. Your initial monthly payment will be $1,074. But after 5 years, if your rate goes up to 7%, your new payment will be $1,330. That's an increase of $256 per month or $3,072 per year. And if your rate goes up to 9%, your new payment will be $1,609. That's an increase of $535 per month or $6,420 per year. Can you afford to pay hundreds or thousands of dollars more every month? Can you handle the uncertainty of not knowing your payment next year or the year after? If not, then you might find yourself in trouble. You might have to cut back on other expenses such as food, clothing, entertainment, or savings. You might have to take on another job or work longer hours. You might have to sell some of your assets or borrow money from family or friends. You might have to refinance your loan or modify its terms. Or worse, you might have to default and lose your home to foreclosure. That's why ARMs are a bad idea. They expose you to too much risk and volatility. They can make your budget unpredictable and unstable. They put you at the mercy of the market and the lenders. They can ruin your financial health and your peace of mind. So, what should you do instead? Well, the simple answer is get a fixed-rate mortgage. A fixed-rate mortgage is a loan with a consistent interest rate for the entire term. Your rate will never change regardless of what happens in the market or the economy. With a fixed-rate mortgage, your monthly payment will always remain the same, making it easy to plan and budget your finances. This type of mortgage gives you security and stability, as it protects you from interest rate shocks and payment spikes. It allows you to lock in a low rate and save money while building equity and wealth in your home. Moreover, a fixed-rate mortgage provides you with peace of mind and confidence. However, a fixed-rate mortgage may not be perfect for everyone. It may have a higher initial rate than an ARM, making it more expensive in the short term. It may also limit your flexibility and options if you want to move or refinance. This is because fixed-rate mortgages are primarily designed for borrowers who plan to stay in their homes for a long time, prefer predictable payments, and can afford the higher initial rate. ARMs, conversely, are more suitable for borrowers who expect to move or sell their homes within a few years, can handle fluctuating payments, and want to take advantage of lower initial rates. According to Investopedia, the average interest rate for a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage was 3.18% in April 2021, while the average rate for a 5-to-1 ARM was 2.77%. This means that for a $200,000 loan, the monthly payment for a fixed-rate mortgage would be $863, while the payment for an ARM would be $819. Additionally, fixed-rate mortgages are easier to understand and compare than ARMs, which have more complicated features and terms. They also have fewer fees than ARMs, which can have prepayment penalties, adjustment caps, and conversion options. But overall, a fixed-rate mortgage is a much better choice than an ARM for most homebuyers. It's safer, smarter, and simpler. It's the best way to finance your dream home without turning it into a nightmare. Dave Ramsey recommends getting a fixed-rate mortgage for 15 years or less. He says this is the best way to pay off your home quickly and save thousands of dollars in interest. He says this is the best way to achieve financial freedom and build wealth for yourself and your family. And we agree with him. A fixed-rate mortgage is the way to go if you want to buy a home without getting scammed by an ARM. So there you have it. That's why you should avoid adjustable-rate mortgages and stick with fixed-rate mortgages instead. We hope you found this video informative and helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notified of new videos weekly. Bye!